Have you ever reconsidered us being together because of my eyes?
Now that you're saying the word trick, now I feel like I was used.
Are you ready for this? Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to No Limits After Hours. Man, we just wanted to create a space where we could have more conversations, deeper conversations, and talk about just our experience with me being a legally blind / disabled person and everything going on in life. And so today I have my wife with me.
Hi, peeps.
Do you have a name, wife?
Oh, sorry. Hi.
Don't mind me with the pictures.
I forgot about that.
This is just for the gram of the making of the video, behind the scenes.
What wife? Say your name.
Hi, everyone. My name's Lavette.
All right, cool. So today's video is all about how if you're blind, if you have a disability, how do you find real love? So I'll be asking my wife real questions that we did not rehearse. So hopefully we come out of this still married, all right, y'all?
Better.
Before we get into all the questions, I think we should say something about our story, maybe how we met. You want to start there?
You want me to tell my side of the story? Okay.
Well, wait, you
First?
Yeah, you go first, and then I'll do my side.
Okay. Well, so we met at a youth group in New York. So it was like a Sunday youth group after church, and that is where we met. And
The real story is,
here we go.
we were at
Here we go.
our youth group in high school,
Oh yes, I forgot that. Yeah.
and Shorty was looking good. You know what I'm saying? So Shorty was looking good, and I had to talk to her. At first, she didn't want to talk to me, y'all, which obviously would have been a huge mistake.
That is true. That
would have been one of the biggest mistakes you could ever make. But, things worked out, and we've been together pretty much since then.
Amen to that. Yes.
Was that 16, 15?
I always say like 20 years. I think I throw on an extra couple of
Did
years.
we hit our 20 year to this year?
So it was right before Thanksgiving, November 2016.
Let me tell you something. Whenever you tell people that you've been with somebody for more than 10 years, you feel like a dinosaur automatically. When you say 20 years, you're like, you were walking around when Jesus was walking around. So I do want to just tell you not to tell people.
Please don't say that. First of all, I think it's a good thing. I'm always excited when I see couples and you're like, oh, they've been together for 30, 40 years. That's amazing.
It's amazing, but
That's something to celebrate.
you still feel old. That
yes.
doesn't get rid of that.
That is true. I
feel mad old.
That's true.
All right.
So anyway.
That is our backstory, y'all. I am embarrassed a little bit, but we about to get into some of these questions because I want to help the people. I want to serve the people. Mm-hmm. Are you ready for this?
As ready as I can be.
So, do you remember the first time or place where you noticed I had a problem with my eyes?
I don't think I recall a specific moment maybe where I noticed that you had a problem with your eyes, but I recall the first time I found out about your eyes. So the first time I found out was when we were at a retreat. Mm-hmm. So the church would do retreats, like weekend retreats. So Cory being one of the youth group members, I think that had been there the longest, maybe.
There was like I don't want to call it like a board, but there was like a certain...
Oh, there was?
There was a few of us who were like not leaders, but we kind of just took on a little more responsibility than just showing up, I would say.
That's what I thought too. Like one of the retreats, anyways, going back to the story, you did a whole speech. You were talking at one of the retreats.
I just had a presentation.
Exactly. So you had something, but your whole presentation was about your vision.
Yeah. It was. To be honest, I feel like that was the first time I told people anything was going on, and I was debating whether I should do that for that whole time because I knew I had to do something, and I think it was about like overcoming stuff. So it was kind of like I was like, dang, I know I can relate to this, but that was definitely the first time I told anybody outside of like my bloodline, like, hey, I have something going on.
And I mean, I gotta be honest, I don't remember exactly if it was about overcoming things, what the speech was about. All I remember was I was crying at the end of your speech because that's when you said something about your vision.
Fair.
And I didn't know about that beforehand. We were already dating. I didn't know.
So you didn't notice anything like walking around in the dark or anything? You ain't noticed that?
No, I don't remember. No, not at all.
Oh, wow.
But I think too, if you think about it, you knew that space because you went to school
Yeah,
there.
it's true.
You went to school in the church.
Yeah,
so
I was really
I
comfortable.
think you were probably comfortable. And I would see
Yeah.
you mainly at places you were comfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like we were going out to random places like we were in high school.
Yeah, that's true. Between the
So-
church, the basement, the school.
It was like the church basement.
Yeah.
Not
But,
like a basement at someone's house.
What about like when we went to like the movies or something like that? Like I feel like I always made sure. I mean, I guess it could seem just like as a cute thing, like yo, hold my hand, but I'm literally using your hand to like
And
keep
exactly.
myself
And
safe.
the truth is, I didn't know that.
Fair.
And if we were just dating and we were holding hands.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to just being good at hiding my blindness.
I don't know about that.
Like damn, like the fact that I was able to hide that, because that's like at least a year, 2 years in at that point.
No, it was probably a
No?
year.
Well, okay, a
We
year.
were just new. We were like,
Yeah, but the fact that I
was
was able to trick you, that's pretty impressive.
now that you're saying the word trick, now I feel like I was used. Like I don't feel good about
A
that.
little bit. But hold on, so like that was the first time you heard anything. But what
Yes.
about the first time you noticed something was up? Like do you remember
Well,
that moment?
I think I was after that. I think I was more aware of the fact that you had like a vision, problem. I don't know what to
Yeah.
call it, because at that point I didn't even really know the extent.
Fair.
In your story, you just said what happened when you were like 8 years old,
Fair.
or 6 or 8, when when you lost your vision in your one eye,
Okay, fair.
and you didn't really speak to cotoremia.
Yeah, true.
You weren't talking in that speech about cotoremia. You weren't talking about your
night blindness.
no, you didn't say any of that. You just mentioned everything about how you lost vision in your one eye.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think I really
Okay.
even at that point knew the extent
yeah.
of how much you can see, how much you
Fair.
could see or not. And we were like teenagers. It's not like I was really
Yeah.
having these deep conversations about
Yeah,
like
of
your
course.
vision necessarily.
Of course.
And plus, that's something you didn't even want to talk about until
Yeah.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about it. I mean, I know in my head, the first time that I felt like, at least outside of being in the dark with you and stuff like that, but the first time I felt super, I don't want to say vulnerable, but like exposed in a way was when we had our insane driving moment.
Oh yeah, well, that was
You're-
scary.
You want to tell them about that, or should I?
Well, you were coming to get me. So
Yeah.
Cory lived in another town, like maybe like 15 minutes away
15
from where
minutes.
I lived.
Like driving 15 minutes.
Driving 15
Yeah.
minutes. And so he got his permit. You had your license.
No, I
or
had
your
my
permit?
license,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So he
Which-
had his
how
license.
did
That's
I
true. You
pass
can
that?
drive with your permit without a
Yeah,
person, I think, right?
yeah.
And he decides that he's gonna come pick me up and we're gonna go somewhere.
Which
Where were
I've
we
done.
going?
I've done this before.
I don't even know where we were
This
going.
wasn't the first time I was picking you up though.
Yeah, and so we're driving his car back, and we were like in the town after our town, and Cory went on the other side of the road,
And I had no idea.
and he had no idea.
I had no idea. When she told me I was on the other side of the road, I was like,
I'm like in panic mode. I'm like, you're on the other side of the road. You know what I'm saying? So then Cory goes back to the other side, and then we were a little freaked out. Did we
Yeah.
even make it to your dad's house? To
nah,
your parents?
I think I called my dad so he could just like come and like save
Get
the
us?
day. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that was the first time where I was like, oh crap, because even I didn't know, what was going on, or the danger I was putting us in.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the last time I really decided to drive. That was like
Yeah, I
the
think
one
after
straw.
that, and I did think we had conversations about you not driving after that.
Yeah, because it was too much. Like it was one of those things where in my head the whole time I knew I shouldn't really be driving because of my condition. I didn't know. I just felt like I wasn't comfortable doing it. But when you got a good parent, great parents, and good support, you kind of think like, yo, am I being a punk and being scared, or is it because of my eyes? Is this because of something legit that I shouldn't be doing? So I feel like that question pops up a lot. It just in my experience in life, because I'm like, yo,
Well,
am I being scared, or do I really have a legit reason? Yeah.
I feel like it's also part of you doesn't want, like at that time, part of you didn't want to admit that you couldn't drive it.
Exactly.
That too.
That is true.
Like you, or not admit it, but like you didn't want that to go away.
Bro,
It's
Like
true.
you're holding on to it. You don't want it to like.
such a fact, yo.
And we're
like,
teenagers.
this is one thing that I can't do anymore.
Yeah.
How many other things are coming? I can't
Yo, and yo, that's
It's
such
true.
a fact, bro.
You know,
And you didn't want to
And I could-
admit.
I could
Yeah.
definitely see like how you would,
Yeah.
you know, like putting myself in your shoes.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Because you feel like, yo, everybody, when you're 16, 17, is just starting to drive. You know, you're feeling that freedom and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong. Like
A lot
I
of
said,
people had cars.
yeah, people had cars. And it's like, when you think, yo, I'm not going to be able to do this thing that's like so basic that everybody does, especially every guy does. It's like, yo, you want to pick up your girlfriend and go on a date and do all this stuff and to like to not be to know in your heart that you shouldn't be doing something like that is definitely, you know, it's tough for sure.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
great
hard.
point. That's a really good point.
Yeah, not to jump in the conversation.
No, but
again.
this is perfect.
He should- he should-
Joel,
he should
we're
put a
keeping
mic.
we're keeping this in the
So
video.
I'll also put a mic on.
We are keeping this in the video.
But like, you know, I experienced it with my dad when he got sick and he wasn't able to do the things he would normally do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the things that messed with him the most. Like it
Fair.
messed with his mind, whether he
Yeah.
wanted to
Yeah.
admit it or not.
Yeah.
You know, it made him depressive and everything
Yeah.
because it was just like, and you know, knowing that he couldn't do those things really got to him.
Yeah.
And,
Exactly.
and I'm so happy that you have been able to grow with this and realize that I still have a life to it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You still have a life to live. You have kids. You have a wife.
Yeah.
And it's great that you're much more optimistic than I see that he was. In his,
Fair.
you know?
Bro, you know what's funny is like
Love that.
Yeah.
that's a first of all, I appreciate that. You know I love you. Everybody shout out to Joel because
Exactly. Shout out to Joel.
hey, at somewhere in the mountains RD, I tag about everything. But seriously, bro, I think it's because I've been dealing with it for so long and I was so quiet about it for so long. Like I felt like I just kind of developed like this shell around me, bro, where it's like if I'm feeling away, I'm not gonna talk to nobody about it. Outside like my mom. Like I would tell my mom certain things, but like you know, just being a young dude, not wanting to look weak in front of the people that love you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that definitely was a thing. Like my dad was a freaking New York State champion athlete.
Exactly.
Like, what I look like going to him and being like, yo, dad, I don't think I could do this and that. It's just you want to make the people around you proud.
You don't want to show your weakness, first of all.
It's definitely,
You know, and that's, I feel like,
it's definitely an adjustment, man. It's definitely an adjustment. It's funny. It's like some people could say, yo, you're lucky because you've been dealing with it your whole life versus like something happening overnight and then it's like, whoa, you know, this is the new reality. I think,
true. Yeah.
you know, I mean, obviously it's perspective. I guess I just got to be grateful for just my situation, right? Because I also wouldn't want to be in another situation because I kind of am figuring out this thing, you know, but
Yeah.
that's definitely a good point, man. That family element is big. All right, so once we're living together, we're obviously both working at this point.
Okay.
You knew that you know I couldn't really see in the dark. I feel like my vision in crowded places wasn't as bad as it is now, so it was definitely much better in our early 20s. Were you ever worried about me at work, knowing I was doing like navigating like all these dark places, crowded places, like by myself? Because at this point, you knew it was like, all right, between you, my mom, and my sister, it's like I always needed to like hold on to your hands at this point, you know, to get
Yeah.
around places.
So I feel that even when we were living together and you were working in the city, I think because you were hiding it so well. You were hiding it so well 80% of the time, minus when we were together. And of course, you know, I would hold your hand and we would go out and do things and I would walk with you. First of all, it's not like I was ever in the city with you at night, because I also was going to work in Jersey at my corporate job. But when you were going to work, it's like you didn't talk about it. The only time you spoke about it a couple times was when it was dark at winter, when it would get dark early.
Fair.
So whenever it would get dark earlier, I knew you used to hate that.
Yeah.
And I know you still do.
I still hate the winter for
I
that
know you
reason.
still do. I know. But that was the only time that it really bothered you.
Yeah.
That you would
That's
raise the concern, like, oh man, now I gotta walk out of the office
Yeah.
in the dark to the subway,
Yeah.
to the bus. I forget what you were taking. No, it was
that's what
it was. No, you would just take
it
the
was
bus.
both. Well, it was both. I was
To Jersey, right?
Depending on the job, I would
Oh,
either
that's true.
have to walk, catch a train to the bus station, or
Or
I could
that's
just
true.
walk right to the bus station. But
Yeah.
whenever it was like fall, winter, and it started to get dark, and I'm leaving work and it's dark, man, I would definitely hated that.
So I knew you were. I knew your discontent when that happened, when that occurred. But again, you never talked about it, and I feel like maybe we talked about it lightly at times.
Yeah.
But you never wanted to talk about this.
Yeah, no,
this
that's
was
true.
something you were not talking about. Even to me, like you would sometimes about little things, but we didn't. First of all, we didn't even
wasn't
know the
talking
name
about
of
it.
your condition.
Yeah, it's true.
When we were living
I'll
together, we
blank it
just
out.
moved in.
I would blank it out. 'Cause
Yeah.
like I didn't want to know. And
Corey
I
didn't
talk
want.
about it.
Corey didn't know. He's like, oh, I think it's something that sounds like my name. I know it sounds like
Yeah,
my name.
yeah.
Portoremia.
It was so bad. Like me not wanting to face this was so bad. I remember when I got the call from Columbia University because they wanted to help me and like study and like look at my eyes and see how they could help me. I treated that call like it was spam.
Bruh.
It was the middle of a conversation. I hung up the phone like, yo, block the number. And I remember I called Blade. I was like, yo, Blade, Columbia. They said that you referred me. Like, yo, never talk to them about me.
What?
Never. I asked them. I told I don't want to talk to them at all.
Stop.
I'm
it.
so serious. And then Jackie had to call me. I was like, yo, you should talk to them. Like they're good, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
But I treated it like I was spam. I still remember they called me when I was on the bus headed home. I was like, nah.
I can't believe you did that.
I swear I did that. That was my mentality. It was like, don't talk to me about these things. I don't want to know about these things. These are my eyes. Because in my head, I was like, yo, I know what Papa was going through with his condition. That's my grandfather who has the same condition. But in my head, I was like, just because it treated him like that doesn't mean that's what it's going to be like with me. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until recently that I was like, oh, there's a pretty good, predictable, progression here.
Yeah. But it does vary
with
for
most people.
everyone,
It still varies for everybody, of course. But, it wasn't until that, like 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago, where that damn moment was like, okay, let me get my stuff together.
You never talked about your challenges, your difficulties, until it got to a point you couldn't take it anymore.
All right, so we about to turn it up, though.
Oh, God. Lord.
Because those are the easy questions. We got some real questions coming up, y'all.
I'm nervous.
Today's video is sponsored by Bonafide Transportation. Getting to your medical appointments should feel easy and stress-free, y'all. You don't need to bribe a family member, beg a friend, or wait for a bus that just doesn't show up. It's time to call Bonafide Transportation, Rockland and Orange County's most reliable non-emergency medical ride service. They offer comfortable cars, personal assistance, long-distance medical transport, and even handle Medicaid rides through MAS. Their drivers are on time, friendly, and ready to go when you are. All you have to do is call 845-202-3477. They're waiting for your call, guys. 845-202-3477, and you can follow them on Instagram at bonafide_transportation. On time, safe ride, Bonafide.
To get things started, did you have any friends or family members that didn't like me or voice concerns over my eyes? And I want their names.
I want their names today.
I know it ain't my brother Jay, because me and Jay been rocking forever.
Go back to St. Peter.
Facts. eating fruit snacks and chicken patties.
What? What was this? I think
That's
there's
the
some
same-
stories I don't know about.
Definitely.
Like, I definitely never even heard about any.
I met Cory before you met Cory.
Yeah.
It sounds like it, but I know because you guys played basketball, right?
No, I definitely met him before.
Yeah,
You know, I know, but
I
it was.
definitely knew he existed before you.
That's true. No,
For
definitely.
sure.
Yeah, because I didn't find out till 2006.
Yeah.
So.
Because he played. I never played. But
Uh-huh.
He played with the guys.
That's how I know all of them.
Wow. So many guys, yo. That's crazy.
Those are my brothers, man. So you want me to remind you of the question?
No, anyone? No, that never happened. What are you talking about?
None of your friends or family said, "Yo, are you sure
Friends?
Cory's the right
Okay,
dude?"
I think my friends voiced concerns, but
Which ones?
no, not.
I want to know which
I'm about to
ones.
put my friends on the spot right now.
I wanna hear
They're gonna
it.
be
Do
tight.
we have text message proof or anything like
From
that?
20 years ago.
Hey, I got all those phones still. Actually, I got all my old phones, but I'm 100%. I deleted all my messages. So, anyways,
damn it.
no, but I don't think concerns like that we shouldn't be together. But it's always concerns for your safety. Like, oh, like
Yeah.
people would always make sure, like, oh, do you think Cory's gonna be good if we do this?
Yeah, okay.
Like, it wasn't ever like, oh yeah, I don't know, that you should reconsider or something. Like, no one ever said anything like that to me. But because everybody after they met you, they loved you. That was never a question. In my family, my nieces and nephews, like,
I mean,
love,
your nieces and nephews, those are my nieces and nephews.
yeah, well, they're your nieces and nephews, yeah.
Like,
But they love him.
I wouldn't count that.
Like-
I'm thinking like
But I'm just saying, like, everyone in
Siblings.
my siblings. No, because
your parents.
no.
Linda didn't say nothing.
That's hilarious. You know, Linda loves you as much as I do, so stop playing with that. Stop playing. Don't say this on camera.
Well, we got edited.
We have the power, man.
Yeah, girl, what you talking about?
This guy. Oh my god.
All right.
But no one ever voiced any concerns. It was always just about your safety. Like, hey, can we do this? Is this gonna be okay? Can do you is there any issues with this?
That's definitely fair.
Yeah.
Did
My friends looked out for you always. You know that.
I do know that.
My friends always looked out
That's
for
why I
you.
love them so much, for real.
Yeah. They're the best.
Did you ever have any concerns? I don't know, with me being able to protect and provide for you and our family.
No, I never felt like that, especially because when we were first in high school, I thought you were going to be like a superstar musician because you had a band.
That's fair.
I was like, I had your shirt
Yeah.
with the band name in the back.
Hey, shout out to Sketchnote. I'm about to put some Sketchnote music on
We
over this
should.
point.
We should.
Shout out to the band, bro.
I was like, well, I know he's gonna be a rock star, so it'll be fine. Everything will work out.
Hey.
No, but I mean, jokes aside, no, I don't think I ever worried. And I think it all goes back to you hiding this.
Yeah.
You were hiding this. Like we got jobs. We were in corporate America, and you never said anything. Like I didn't even know how serious it was. That I didn't even really know about choroidemia. I didn't know about any of that. I just knew that you couldn't see from one of your eyes. I didn't even know about your condition that you also had at the same time as you being monocular.
Yeah.
So I think it's like all these things that, because it was later on that I didn't really know about. And it's not that you were hiding it, but you were hiding it. It wasn't from me. You were hiding it from yourself.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a
it
fact.
wasn't like you were trying to hide it from me as your significant other or anything, but I just know you were hiding it from yourself.
Do you think it's good or bad that you found out how you did? Like, I know obviously for me, it's like, man, I should have addressed, my issues and stuff way sooner than I did. But like for you as my partner, like, how do you feel about learning about it, how you did, when you did? Because really, I mean, we really started addressing this 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, maybe.
Like we had our 2 babies, Jeff.
Yeah, we already had 2 kids, all that, but like, just trying to think about that.
I mean, I think for me it was emotional just because I feel like it hit you hard when you found out, of course.
Yeah.
Like when a doctor tells you, even though you had heard it in the past, when you heard it again for like maybe as an adult, not a teenager, that you are legally blind and you need to make some changes in your life. I mean, I think it did have an impact in me because I'm like, I just felt like I didn't know what was going to happen to you at that point. Like I was like, it was definitely like making you really sad, really depressed, I feel like. And it was just like a turning point in your life.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wasn't going to let you get there, but I definitely was trying to give you just a lot of hope and motivation because
Yeah.
I know, and that everything you were capable of. That makes sense.
That makes sense. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think in hiding, I definitely tried to like do what I could so that way we wouldn't feel it. Like starting a business. We had 2 businesses while we're both working and stuff like that. It was like, all right, if things go south here at the job, I was like, at least I know I got stuff happening outside of there, so
Exactly.
we'd be okay. And I think all that goes down to me just trying to prepare for the worst and also just being scared, man, because anything can happen, especially knowing how much I was struggling. Like I used to be so sad on the bus, yo. Like
I know.
oh my God. Like
I didn't find out till like you started talking about that. Yeah, you never said that.
I remember I would like say I left work and was walking from the office to Port Authority over there. I would count how much times I said sorry to people.
Damn,
like
son.
because I was like bumping into people or almost bumping into people. Like sorry. Like I used to be so depressed. Like so.
That was one of the big things that we did speak about when you left the NBA because besides having to go into the city for work, which was like kind of okay because you got used to the where you had to go and stuff like that, and like the things you had to take to get there. But one of the biggest thing was when you had to travel to unknown places. Literally, you were doing events at night.
That's why I had to leave.
Like not only staff, but like people that like your clients,
and, like people who are like super important. I'm like, I can't
super
even
important
see.
at these amazing companies, corporate office, and it's like it was hard. So I think that all
that was definitely a turning point for a lot of things. Have you ever reconsidered us being together because of my eyes?
What? Because of your eyes, no. For other reasons, yes,
Okay,
but not because of your eyes. Not because of your eyes. Piss me off. Don't listen to me for something I say that you should be doing. That of course, those are other valid reasons, but not because of your eyes.
Okay.
Not because of your vision. No.
Okay.
No.
Well, that's good to know.
No, other reasons, yeah, but when you piss off a girl, then that's different.
You kind of survived that.
As long as I'm sorry, how do you say it? Your condition?
Choroideremia.
As long as choroideremia doesn't affect you below the waist.
Yeah.
This is why it's after hours.
Sin filtro. Sin filtro.
Sin filtro. Exactly.
2 kids.
Exactly.
She wants a 3rd. I don't know about that.
I do, but I don't know.
So for anybody who may be considering dating somebody with a visual impairment or blindness or really any disability, what advice would you give them as they, consider dating someone kind of in my shoes?
I mean, that's hard kind of, right? Because you just meet people in life. Like, I feel like as long as you meet the right person, maybe at the right time that loves you and appreciates you for who you are outside of your vision, your, or, whatever you have going on, condition or anything, I think that's what it is. Because I never really think about you as someone that's visually impaired or that has low vision. I always just think about you as my husband. I never think of those things before you as a person. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think that defines who you are as a person, as my husband, as a man. That. So I think that I see you as you. So I feel like when people find someone that sees them as like who they are and appreciates them for the other things of their, their personality, their this or that, their qualities, I don't think that's something that is the first thing you seeing someone I don't know. Does that make
fair.
sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. For me, at least.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And
Like, I see you for who you are,
you,
not.
you know, I think that's super important to hear, right? And first of all, thank you. But yeah, if you're somebody, you know, figuring out a visual impairment, figuring out a disability, or you know any kind of struggles, man, because there's a lot of struggles outside of like physical things, right? I think it's important for us all to remember, like, yo, we are more than what our challenge is.
Yeah.
We are still incredible. We're still amazing. We're still worthy of a partner and love and like and friendship at the end of the day and
exactly.
family. So I think all that's super important to make sure we remember. So I appreciate it, babe.
Yeah.
Thanks. You did really good.
Oh, thanks. I'm excited.
What y'all think? I think she did good, Joel. How she do?
It was great.
Hey, man. Hey.
I was nervous. I was a little nervous.
This is fun, though.
All these questions he had in store for me. I was nervous.
Hey, well, thank you guys for joining us for the first No Limits After Hours. What's the other part, Jay? Sin filtro.
Yeah.
Yo, Jay, this fork is dope, bro.
I should have asked you questions though. This is not fair.
Hey. Nah, this is the setup. This setup is fire, though. This setup is fire.
Funny.
Yo, the fact that we were able to put this together like 4 hours late,
I know it's still happening.
still last minute.
Oh my god.
I didn't know I had the after dark theme though. So
Yo, this is fire.
Yeah.